How did you not see this coming? My God, we came this close. The old man could have buried us all. Our families.
Do you think you feel more betrayed than I do? Get some perspective, please. Janus is dead. Lucas Gray is about to join him.
And a cornered animal is twice as dangerous.
Let's be perfectly clear. We were not exposed. The threat is neutralized. We are back on track.
Even so, from this point on, we expect you to take...
No. There is no way I'm doing that. How can you question my loyalty?
In case treachery is contagious.
Do you really want to do this to me?
Is there a problem, Secretary?
No problem whatsoever, Madam. Here's to loyalty.
My man on the island confirms that the Constant has arrived. We head out at sundown. Here, in case the crew get ideas.
Why are you doing this, Mr. Gray? You had a chance to walk away. Why didn't you?
A year ago, I'm working security for this banker, Cobb, only to find out he's a Providence operative. I'd been running for decades, only to wind up where I started. We've all got barcodes on the back of our heads. Most people just never notice. 47 told me about your parents. How did they die?
Car bomb. Surrey, 1989. Company named Blue Seed didn't care to pay for their mistakes. But I like to think no one's untouchable.
I'm sorry for your loss.
You feel it, don't you? Unlike him, you feel it all. Everything you've done.
It's a dangerous thing. Having a conscience.
Attention, gentlemen. Our source on the island just made a critical discovery. The Constant has a poison chip embedded in his neck. A failsafe, in case he's compromised.
Damn it. We should have expected something like this. So, we subdue the Constant before he has time to react.
Not that simple. The device is remote triggered, and during his stay on the island, 2 kill switches have been entrusted to twin sisters Zoe and Sophia Washington, 2 young, ambitious Providence operatives and newly appointed chairwomen of the Ark Society. Apparently, even the Constant is unaware of this arrangement.
Right, change of plans. We divide and conquer. 47 takes out the Washingtons, while I figure out a way to get the Constant off the island. It'll be tight, but once we're back at the ship, we should be able to surgically remove the chip before the partners have time to react. 47?
Tell me about the targets.
I know them from the archive. Zoe and Sophia's father is president of a powerful conservative think tank, one of Providence's prime assets. The apples don't fall far from the tree.
No saints either. According to ICA files, the twins are pampered socialites who get their kicks from treasure hunting. Commanding a band of trigger-happy mercenaries, Zoe and Sophia prowl the world in search for ancient relics. With little regard for local culture or even human life, they stop at nothing to claim their prize. Well, collateral damage they may be, but safe to say, they have it coming.
The Isle of Scale. Headquarters of the Ark Society. Founded by Janus in 1991, the Ark Society is the world's most exclusive club. Its plutocratic members fear the downfall of civilization, and they are willing to pay huge sums to ensure their own survival. Once a year, they gather here to shop the latest survival products and breakthroughs.
Right. These gatherings are shrouded in mystery, so we have limited intel on what to expect on the other side of the walls. The Washington twins are hosting their first annual gathering as chairwomen of the Ark Society, and the Constant is known to attend every year. Beyond that, you're on your own. Good luck, gentlemen. I dare say you're going to need it.
One more, I see. Won't you join us, sir? We were just about to begin. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the annual gathering of the Ark Society. As Ark patrons, you are welcome to explore the castle grounds. However, certain areas are off limits, including the keep, which houses the members area, convention space, and council meeting. Should you wish to apply for Ark membership, please be aware that such cannot be bought, only earned. All set? Excellent. Follow me, please.
So, what do you think?
Oh, you weren't kidding. This place is pretty epic. Where are we anyway?
Not sure. Some old knightly stronghold. The architects use it all year round for ideation purposes, but tonight's the only time the rest of us get together. So, you decide on what to buy from the catalogue?
One of the bunkers. Curious about the crafts.
I think you're gonna like it here, Luke.
A 7-digit tuition fee. Not better. What else? Ah, yes. Zoe Washington, one of our newly appointed chairwomen, has prepared a brand new official ceremony scheduled to take place in the upper courtyard. A stirring ode to rebirth and the enduring spirit of mankind. I believe that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Please enjoy your evening. The bar is right up ahead.
Evening, sir.
Well, what?
Say, is that the,
What's with that weird bird effigy?
The annual Phoenix ceremony. It symbolizes the collapse of civilization from which the Ark Society emerges unscathed and triumphant.
Ah, rebirth. I get it.
Interesting. Zoe Washington is going to partake in a ceremony, symbolizing the downfall of civilization from which the Ark Society will emerge unscathed. Apparently, a giant phoenix-shaped effigy is set on fire, with Zoe inside it. Well, I suggest you locate this master of ceremonies who lights the fire 47. If this doesn't sound like an accident waiting to happen, I don't know what does.
What's new is that the Master of Ceremonies will light the effigy on fire with Zoe Washington inside it.
Huh. A bit showy, wouldn't you say?
Hey, whatever sells.
Same kind of repels into an ancient temple full of death traps and poisonous snakes. But still, seriously, care. Something rich broad wants the world of nature to feel alive. I say flatter.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Seriously, I'll pay.
Me? You're the master of ceremonies.
I'm a multiple Tony award-winning playwright. And famously reclusive. It's part of my brand. I'll never go on the spot like this. Besides, I do chamber plays. A spectacle. What about it?
They won't hate it, Mr. Fenniger. It's just entertainment.
Entertainment? Oh, Lord, what have I done? How did I let her talk me into this?
Should I tell Miss Washington that you won't be going on stage? Everyone's waiting for you.
God, no. No, she frightens me. Just give me a moment to control my nerves.
All right, Mr. Fenniger. Break a leg.
Light up the effigy. Just take a deep breath and get it over with. Now. What's this? It's dead!
Was starting to get restless. Your peers are waiting by the stage, and the torch is ready by the money. Miss Washington, Master of Ceremonies has arrived. We are good to go.
Sir, with all due respect... Fennec, thank Christ. Ready when you are.
Who's this guy? Oh, it must be the MOC.
A handsome pledge, Yoshin. Zoe Washington, the Ark Society recognizes you as our founder's rightful successor, our inspiration, our guiding light, the custodian of our future.
Patrons of the Ark Society, you are part of a select, chosen few. Our founder, Janus, showed us how to survive. But survival is not enough. We must live, and we must soar. The Ark Society must not only commit itself to survival, but to progress, be it our next home in the stars or the next step in human evolution. This is the eternal purpose of the elite. Not just to lead, but to lead from the front. When the time comes, and all comes tumbling down, when mankind retreats once more into caves of superstition, we will keep the fire alight. We will be the torchbearers, the trailblazers and pioneers. Do not feel guilty for your privilege. Be proud. Be fearless. For the future is ours to shape.
Take care, sir.
Look at you, Finnegar. All dressed to kill. Now, let's do this thing. Light her up.
As the world burns, we rise from its ashes. Not just to survive, but to live.
We were just discussing your stage stunt. Seems rather pagan, if you ask me. The Ark Society is not going mystical, I trust.
Just adding a bit of oomph, Your Highness. Humans like rituals. It's just how our brains are wired. Besides, we want the Phoenix ceremony to inspire awe, wonder, and excitement. But after all, these are exciting times.
The potential collapse of civilization is exciting to you?
It depends on how you deal with it. Walls and windmills, Your Highness. Professor, long time no...
Good evening, Zoe.
Wow. How does the one guy not wearing a mask still come across as anonymous?
It's a gift. So, I hear you've taken steps to make the initiation somewhat more exciting.
If there's one thing I've learned from leading a team of gung-ho mercenaries, it's to have a proper screening process. I'm sure you agree.
Oh,
That's not a joking matter.
In fact, for future gatherings, I would like to ask some questions of my own.
Why can't we just enjoy
You're
this
recruiting.
thing together
The
for once,
unfortunate
without
events of
arguing?
these past few months have left us with some job openings. Where better to find new operatives than here, among the cream of the crop?
Where
And I never even got to see Armageddon.
I'll be in
I'm
touch.
sure you'll get to see the total destruction of the world. It could...
Prime Minister, a pleasure as always.
Zoe, we were just discussing the new initiative.
What's this I heard about a space colonization project?
Titan, yes. Something for the pioneers. We are also launching a WBE initiative this year for a different kind of pioneer.
WBE?
Whole brain emulation. A one-to-one scan of your brain, allowing us to upload your mind to a network server or transfer it to an artificial body. It's the next step in human evolution.
Good grief. The Arctic City and the Cryo Lab I get. Those are just glorified life insurance, but all this to boldly go stuff? I don't know.
All new ideas are scary at first, but the Ark Society should be about more than surviving comfortably. All the great explorers and innovators in history were part of the elite, like us. Give it time. I think you will be as excited as we are.
Just humor me for a second. How do you think the twins got elected in the first place?
Janus appointed them?
That's not what I hear. The way I hear it, Janus was grooming
Chancellor,
Engelhorn.
don't you look
Steady
reckless.
Eddie Engelhorn. Oh, then suddenly, he flip-flops and picks Zoe and Sophia, two rogue fortune hunters with radical ideas. Oh, sure, their father, Byron Washington, is a prominent member of the Ark Society, and sure, the twins have donated handsomely to the Ark of Legacy. But still.
Okay, we'll say you're right. What's wrong with that?
I just don't like the idea of some hidden hand controlling the Order without our knowledge.
You did run a super PAC for 10 years, didn't you?
What's your point?
Look, my advice would be don't think about it. You're through the needle's eye. Golden ticket to the future. Just count your blessings and shut your mouth.
Could even be that Shadow Cartel. The one from that Ether hostage video.
I do not know you.
I have been planning the Founders Week for over a month. I have some of the world's most prominent people waiting to pay him their last respects. I have the star of the Prague Philharmonic on stage, ready to play a blindfolded rendition of Schubert's Ave Maria on the harp, for God's sake. And you're telling me that you lost the sodding dagger?
I'm really sorry, ma'am. My team received no notification. You sure they didn't give you a crate number?
They did not give me a crate number. I was told you people would have it under control.
Fine, fine. I'll go and have another look.
See that you do. And when you do find it, bring it to the tower basement where the Founder's body's being kept. Morticia will have it.
More pressure. Just what I need.
As we know, Zoe Washington will host Janus's wake. But now it seems an antique ceremonial dagger, which Janus is supposed to wear during the service, has gone missing from storage. I suggest you locate the disputed dagger 47. This wake could be a chance to catch the target unaware.
Look at all these bruised tools.
How'd it go? Did she tear you a new one?
Oh, just about.
So, what's your plan of action?
Well, I suppose I could just break open every single crate.
You could, but you'd risk harming the artifacts. How's your damage insurance?
Shit, yeah. Okay, so what's your bright idea?
I figured I'd just shoot down your dumb ones until you hit jackpot.
Nice. What's so special about this dagger, anyway?
It belonged to Tsar Nicholas. Legend goes it was used to stab Rasputin. Apparently, it's been in Janus's family's possession for generations. He donated it to the Ark of Legacy when the Ark Society was started. But his last will and testament specifically requests that he wears it for his wake.
Hey, wait a minute. How are they gonna know if the dagger's even in the coffin anyway? We could just slip the Mortician a 50 to keep her mouth shut.
Open casket, Murray.
Are you serious? Janus died 2 months ago. What?
It's called plastination. The Mortician is a true artist. No, I'm sorry, but there's no way around it. We need that dagger.
Outstanding.
Looking tremendous today, sir.
So, let me see if I got this.
They employ an R&D team of scientists and engineers who develop all these crazy projects.
Yep. Architects. Architects. Get it? Bet they stayed up all night for that one.
Right. So, ARC members, they're the VIP investors, while ARC patrons are the lowest tier, clients, basically, who buy ARC Society products but have no influence.
That's right.
So, well, who's on the council then? The guys in the tower?
Yes, we call them the Original Five. The first investors to join the Ark Society back in '91. They're all energy CEOs. Hams and Oil, Planetary, Terrestrial Coal Company. People who shared Janus's fear about the environmental collapse, for obvious reasons. Anyway, the Original Five still have special status to this day. Like deciding which projects to greenlight.
Energy companies, huh? The people who do the most damage suffer the fewest consequences. Go figure. How did old Janus convince them, though? Why the hell would some of the most powerful businessmen in the West trust a former Soviet spy?
Ah, now you've hit the nail on the head. Some people believe that Janus has a hidden backer, a secret influencer that informs Ark Society decisions to this day.
No kidding. A hidden hand. A puppet master. An eminence grise.
Oh, shit. You'll be obsessing about this all night now, won't you?
They say it belonged to Montezuma himself. It was lost for over 500 years, until Blake Nathaniel unsealed the Serpent's tomb. Extraordinary.
It's a flipping necklace. Anyway, the Washington twins found it first. Way I hear it, Sophia literally has the necklace in her hand. When Nathaniel repels from the ceiling, triggers this ancient death trap, and, you know, murder and mayhem ensues.
But I thought those two were lovers.
On and off. Currently way off, which explains the added security.
I don't follow.
Think about it. Why the need for an alarm system? We're all filthy rich.
So, according to its charter, the Ark Society collects priceless art and historical artifacts in case of a global disaster. And this year, world-famous treasure hunter Blake Nathaniel has donated an Aztec necklace called the Cloud Serpent to the Ark Society's growing collection. However, Blake fears that Sophia Washington, his former lover and rival, who has hunted the Cloud Serpent for years, will attempt to steal it for herself before it goes into storage. Could be just the bait we need.
Ah, I see. Blake thinks Sophia might try and steal back the necklace before it's sealed in the Ark of the Legacy. Good grief. No honor among thieves, huh?
I'll say.
Zoe, when can we see the body?
Shortly, Raoul. Muriel, the preservation specialist, is getting him ready as we speak.
This procedure, what's it called? Plastification?
Plastination.
Plastination. Is this truly what Janus wanted? Going on display in the Ark of Legacy like a wax statue? He never mentioned anything of the sort to me.
I assure you, his last will was quite clear on the matter.
And may we see this last will?
You can ask our lawyer, Mr. Yates. But I already know the answer. Now, if you'll excuse me.
I hear Zoe Washington very much involved. She was a rare relic from the Ark of the Legacy. This Tsar dagger that Janus wished to wear at the wake.
I bet she just wants him out the door. The old man casts alone. Come on, the twins barely knew Janus. Besides, what kind of 20-something cares about continuity anyway?
True enough.
I know I'm supposed to feel something, but the fact is, Janus is a name to me. That's about it. I never actually knew the man.
I don't think anyone did. Not really.
But you were part of this, back when there was just a few of you, right?
Oh, yes. Almost from the beginning. 93, I think? He still had the air of a Cold Warrior back then. We were just in awe of him, a lot of us. Technically, Janus was the least powerful man in the room. But I suppose, if you survived Soviet-era KGB, facing party purges and thermonuclear obliteration on a daily basis, a bunch of pampered executives won't rock your boat.
Suppose not. Wonder why he started the society. I mean, the Cold War was over. Crisis averted.
Janus didn't see it that way. He saw firsthand how close we came to oblivion, and he figured humans are flawed creatures. We may have dodged one bullet, but the next one will be a shotgun blast in the face. Ecological collapse, pandemic virus, energy crisis. Death wears many guises. Janus figured there's no way we can save the whole sprawling mess that is humanity. And when the ship goes down, the first-class passengers do what they've always done. Haul ass to the lifeboats and live to spend another day.
Words to live by.
Anyway, it sure was something, old Janus. A man like that deserves to go out in his Proville, USA. I say, whoever killed him probably did him a kindness.
look handsome. Why, if I didn't know any better, I'd say you died only yesterday. With a final touch of makeup, your burial mask, and ceremonial dagger. Oh, why, you'll look like a king of old. My unique polymer treatment will preserve your body for millennia. Longer even than the pharaohs. Which reminds me, they should have brought the dagger down by now. I wonder what's keeping them. We can't very well display you before your fellows without your prize dagger, now can we? Miss Washington, I forget which one. She tells me it belonged to Tsar Nicholas, and that it might have been used to stab Rasputin. Oh, you must be very important to be laid to rest with such a valuable artifact, Mr. Janet. I wish I had known you in life. I believe we would have had such interesting conversations. I truly do. Oh, well. Life is transitory, but death is forever. So we might as well look our best for the final journey. Don't you agree? Maybe a touch more rouge.
We're all set. Cue the music.
You, playing dead? This takes me back. Good thinking, 47.
Who gave the signal? Everything seems to be in order. Suppose we move ahead?
Thanks for coming, Ed. The service shall begin in a moment.
Thank you all for coming. As Janus's successor, it falls upon me to say a few words. I'll keep it brief, for there is little I can say that does the man justice. Janus was our founder, and like all true visionaries, he was far ahead of the curve. While we, the privileged class, were blissfully toasting the end of history, Janus saw the writing on the wall. As a veteran of the Cold War, Janus knew better than anyone that when true disaster strikes, the rich are as damned as everyone else, unless we work together. Janus never got to see the collapse, but died peacefully in his sleep. And yet, what he started in 1991 will one day be hailed as the dawn of a new age. One where the best among us can thrive, uninhibited. This is Janus's legacy. Long live his memory. And now, you are welcome to pay the founder your last respects.
So long, old man. You had a better run than most. Most successful spy in modern history. And that whole Jasper Knight incident was just brilliant.
He died the way he lived.
Anyway,
almost wrestled a brown bear to a tie. Anyway, Godspeed, Mr. Janus. Sorry I never knew you.
Goodbye, Janus. We won't forget you. Odd how you helped shape the 20th century, and yet nobody knows your name.
Das Vidania, old boy. You were always the best of us. I still can't believe I never got to beat you at chess.
So long, my dear. I can't believe you're gone. Last of the greats. I'll make sure those naive fools who've replaced you won't mess things up too bad. Don't you worry.
Goodbye, old friend. And thank you for everything. Rest assured, I will finish what you started.
So, here we are. You didn't want me and Sophia taking over. Fought us tooth and nail, but a fat lot of good it did you. The partners, they turned a deaf ear, and deep down, Janus, you know why. Because, for all your smarts, you're just rank and file. Pedestrian middle-class blah. And we have the one thing merit can't buy. Blue blood. That's right. Good old-fashioned pedigree. That is why Sophia and me will one day be partners of Providence, and you'll spend eternity as a wax figure. So long, mastermind.
One target down. Nice work, 47. Next up.
Sophia the schemer. What's she up to this time?
You know that Kronstadt designer in charge of the brain upload program?
Sure. What did he do?
I don't know. But she seemed real interested in this invention of his. Something called a kill switch.
Kill switch? Sounds ominous.
Well, whatever it is she's plotting, he did not want to be part of it. But an order's an order. Guess we've all been down that road.
Poor bastard. Well, that's what you get for inventing kill switches, I suppose.
All right, enjoy your night.
Bah! The council has been usurped. This ball can't possibly be right. Of course not. We're a secret society. It's not like we can take our disagreements to court.
spell me? Jebediah Block? Technically. Okay. I need an edge, and I need it fast. Well,
So, Sophia Washington has called a council meeting between the original 5 members of the Ark Society. Sophia hopes to pass some sort of motion, but she faces stark opposition from ultra-conservative coal baron Jebediah Block. I suggest you find Mr. Block while the council is still in recess, 47. I suspect the headstrong Sophia will not take kindly to dissidents and troublemakers.
Mr. Block. You look troubled.
I know you, don't I? You're Janus's man.
I'm a friend of the Ark Society, yes. If I may be so bold, I heard about your predicament, and, well, I believe I may offer a fresh perspective.
Why not? Shoot.
All right. Say the world does collapse. The weather goes haywire from the poles melt, and the Ark Society heads off to a comfortable Arctic sanctuary, while the rest of civilization falls into chaos.
That's about the gist of it. Sounds great to me. No more needy assholes. Why wait?
Well, you do realize what kind of place it'll be, right?
What are you talking about?
100 or so people? No market, no economy, no social structures. It will be like a space colony. Everyone equal and dependent on each other. It will be egalitarian, sir. It will be, well, communist.
My God. That's what I paid almost $2 billion for? Why didn't anyone tell me sooner?
Thought, Mr. Block. Good night.
I need to, think.
Brain uploads, huh? Living forever as a string of code.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Not in a million years.
What did they offer you? For your services to the Order?
Level 5 bunker in the Svalbard facility?
You're kidding. I'm in level 3, and no offense, but I'm like 4 patents ahead of you. Ugh, goddamn wage gap.
Hey!
Just for...
Miss Washington, after due consideration, I have revised my position. I would like to support your motion.
Well, well, look at you. Manners. Come along, then. I'll call a vote at once.
Yeah, hi, how are you?
I knew you'd come around. You're stubborn, Block, but you're not a schmuck. You know I'm right. The analysts at my father's think tank have been grinding the data for months, and they are rarely wrong. The Karuna Agreement, climate litigation. We estimate that fossil fuel companies like yours have a decade, at best, before you're all resigned to the junkyard of history. And what kind of secret society would we be if we didn't keep each other in power?
What indeed?
I knew we could talk sense. Just vote in favor of my motion, and I promise you, Block, you'll power the world for decades to come. Well, who cares how, as long as you're the one getting paid.
Ain't that the truth?
Friends and founders, the recess is over. Let's return to the council room and proceed with the vote.
What? Didn't see you there.
Well, you've certainly placed yourself at the crossroads of history. Nicely done, 47.
Let's reiterate. For decades, you, the titans of the energy industry, have conspired to obscure the truth about climate change through lobbying, misinformation, and propaganda. This strategy has been incredibly successful, but all good things must come to an end. It is time for you to adapt or die, ladies and gentlemen. This is why our analysts have devised a 10-year transition plan to keep you in power. Play this right, and you will not only thrive, but this time, you will be the good guys. In other words, you have nothing to lose. So, everyone in favor, say aye.
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 Yay or nay, Block? Silence is consent.
Nay.
Excuse me?
You heard me. Nay.
Oh, for the love of...
Ah, idiot.
Son of a...
Blocked. You stupid.
That's 4 ayes and 1 nay. Jebediah Block vetoes the motion. This council is adjourned until further notice. Block. A word? Upstairs. Right away, please. So, are you gonna tell me what the hell you're playing at?
Just looking out for number 1.
Don't be an idiot. There's no future in coal, Block. You have one choice. Go green or go extinct. Now, personally, I don't give a shit if you go the way of the dodo, but you are one of the Ark Society's biggest contributors. We'd hate to lose your business. Besides, if terrestrial coal goes under, who will pay for your children's survival? Your grandkids. After all, nobody says disaster will strike in our lifetime. You have a moral duty to stay rich, Block.
Nice try. But I don't have grandchildren.
You just had to make this difficult, didn't you? Here's the deal, Block. My family and I, we serve a group of powerful individuals who prefer to stay anonymous. Letting the climate go to hell in a handbasket has served their interests well, but only up to a point. You see, they are sitting on some patents that'll knock your socks off. Weather control systems, recycling pollution as fuel, cold fusion, you name it. And they plan to make trillions protecting the world from the very threat they worked so hard to create. But to do so, they need you guys to quite literally stop fighting windmills.
Huh. The truth at last. And what's in it for Jebediah Block?
Gentlemen, please give me and Mr. Block a moment. I offered you a carrot. Now, here's the stick. We know about Montana, Block. The mine collapse in 2015. It would be a shame if the American public got wind of your somewhat creative approach to safety regulations. Your popularity ratings are just south of John Wilkes Booth as it is.
I see.
Both targets down. Impressive work, 47. And now, to confront the Constant. Mr. Gray, what's your status?
I'm at the helicopter, but the place is crawling with security. 47, you better bring the Constant to the harbor where it's less crowded. You can hijack one of the Archean boats.
Question is how? He's not likely to come quietly. Unless you get your hands on a kill switch.
Yes, that might just work. Search one of the twins, 47.
A remote trigger. Must be a kill switch.
Armed with that, I bet you could make the Constant come quietly. Good thinking, 47.
The Washingtons are dead. I have the kill switch.
What did you say?
No sudden moves, no signs or warnings. I will trigger the device if I need to.
I know you. The boy in the picture. You have his eyes. You're Burnwood's assassin.
Move.
Partners no more, I take it. I had a notion something didn't sit right with my mentor's betrayal. You murdered him, I take it, to get to me.
Not just that. He had it coming.
Interesting. It was my impression that you were cured of such sentiment. The good doctor to target the seats of your emotions. Has Miss Burnwood's sense of justice rubbed off on you? I wonder.
Just keep walking.
I'll be at the harbor then.
My guess is that
It's not like there's anywhere I can
will go hand in hand with the banks going nuclear. The Great Depression times 20.
I would have said that.
Have a good evening.
I have sense.
Trespass! We got a trespass!
Mr. Edwards, still think this is maintenance?
Oh, Miss Burnwood, what have you done? Changing horses midstream? Truly unprofessional.
You know what we want.
Where is the carrot?
No carrot. You're useless to the partners. Compromised. Even if we let you live, you can never return. Why die protecting them?
When I can drag them down with me.
It's a bad hand, but it's all you've got.
3 families. That's all it took. The Ingrams, the Carlyles, the Stuyvesants. 3 dynasties secretly pooling their resources over generations, creating a singularity so dense that nothing escapes its gravity.
Never heard of them.
Well, they've heard of you. In fact, you just became the top of their agenda.
Go. We can't give them time to retaliate.
Don't take your eyes off him.
Be careful.
Well, here we are again. I must admit I am disappointed, Miss Burnwood. I had such big plans for you.
Save it. I know the truth now. You're outplayed. You have nothing left to bargain with.
You were so certain, so sure of the people closest to you. He never fails, does he? He never misses his mark. You found a window into his past. And yet, something else remains hidden. A simple truth you learned long ago.
Diana!
Coming!
No one, Miss Burnwood, is untouchable.